Hi guys, I'm Jacob and welcome back to my channel. This is my first video of 2021. I thought it'd be fun to kind of do almost some themed videos. Well, not really themed videos, but a series where I go through one of my more favorite authors, which is Richard Laymon. And for the first video of this, I'm going to be talking about my introduction to Richard Laymon, which was The Beast House. Which pretty much covers a lot of the tropes that Richard Laymon is known for. I like Richard Laymon. I do have grievances, of course. I mean, once again, a lot of the things he wrote about and the way he wrote about them would not fly today. Trigger warnings, if you've never read Richard Laymon before, he writes a lot about sexual assault. A lot of his characters, even main characters, become victims of sexual assault. A lot of his characters, once again, main characters are women. And a lot of the way he writes about women could be used quite heavily in the forum on Reddit. If you're not familiar with it, there's actually an entire Reddit called Men Writing Women Badly. And Richard Laymon definitely fits that fits in that category, sadly. But once again, that being said, the way he writes isn't different from the way a lot of pulp horror was being written in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, which was the time frame that a lot of these books came out. Once again, I am not defending some of the stuff that he writes about. There are a lot of things online where people have really come at his work in recent years because of the way he portrays some of these very controversial topics. Once again, I'm not making a defending statement. I am just saying that I do enjoy Richard Laymon's books the same way I enjoy Guy and Smith's books, the same way I enjoy Ray Garton's books. They are fun horror romps. I don't agree with the way everything's portrayed in them. But that being said, I feel the same way about a lot of horror movies that I watch, and that's fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions on this. Please do not use my comment section to destroy Richard Laymon, because once again, I really do like his book, and I also think that The Writer's Tale, if you ever have a chance to come across it, read it. I mean, it is, if you are interested in writing horror or making a living writing horror, or want to know why he writes some things the way he writes them, read The Writer's Tale. Unlike a lot of his paperbacks, that book is very hard to find in the wild, and online it goes for ridiculous prices. So yeah, just a fair warning. But now let's get back to The Beast House. I liked this book. I didn't know where it was going to go at first. It is kind of part of a series he wrote. I don't know if it's a direct series because I haven't read the others on either side, but The Beast House is written about multiple times by Richard Laymon. It is a house in this small town where they have almost like a wax museum of sorts. It's become like a curiosity house, because there has been so many disappearances and grisly murders linked to the house. One most notably being I believe it was either the sheriff or the deputy of this town who was actually found mauled and ripped apart in one of the rooms in the house. And that kind of comes out in the book. What I also liked about this book is there's a writer character in the book, and I always find it fun. That was kind of a trope in a lot of older paperback. I mean, Salem's Lot, for instance, I think is one of the more notable ones of these horror authors making a character which is also a horror author, which usually they get cast into these hero roles. But what I found fun in Beast House is that the horror author that gets talked about, he's there not to write a horror book. I don't think he's actually doing kind of a Most Haunted around. He's trying to write a book on the mystery of the house. The lady that runs the house doesn't want anyone in the house for obvious reason. There are beasts in the house. This becomes very clear as there's a lot of head hopping in the book, so that's not really a spoiler. You find out that something very wrong is happening in the house from the first couple chapters. So he's kind of a villain in this, in which he keeps paying people to go to the house to try to find a little more. And he also hints at the fact that, you know, once he gets his big advance for this book, he's not afraid of making the people that helped him disappear along the way. So I found that really fun that, you know, Richard Laymon made this writer character, but also made him a bad guy in the book. Obviously not as bad as the beast in the house, which is also, I found to be kind of a fun-ish, I suppose I could say, villain. They are like these Sasquatch creatures, and this gets talked about once again early on in the book before the main characters decide they have to find a way to try to stop them. I'm not going to ruin the ending, so don't worry about that. But yes, the beasts in the house are Sasquatch creatures that were brought from some foreign island by a captain that built the beast house way back in the day. And these creatures, they kill men, but then will keep women alive so that they can have more beastly creatures with them, because it's revealed that somehow these captains killed off all these creatures' women, which, sure, you know, sure. But it's a fun horror romp. Once again, it does get kind of funny at times, especially when there's pages and pages of Richard Laymon describing what the women are wearing and how it clings to their bodies, and it has nothing whatsoever to do with the fact that there's a beast in the beast house. But, you know, whatever. Luckily, our main characters, who are on a road trip, meet up with two guys that are also on a road trip, and they just happen to be Navy SEALs. Bum, bum, bum. So, naturally, they end up all taking on the beast house. It's almost comedic at parts, but like I said, it is a really fun book, and I highly recommend, you know, people reading it. If it sounds like something that's interesting you, I would check out the Beast House. It's a good entryway into Richard Laymon. It's not my favorite Richard Laymon book, but I did really like it. I will read the other books that take place in the Beast House. So yeah, if you liked Beast House, didn't like Beast House, wanted me to say something else about Beast House that you feel I left out of this video, please let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And until then, I will see you guys next time.